Here we are, another week of quarantine.
They're all blending in together, aren't they?
Welcome to Center at Home with, who are you?
You forgot my name.
Who are you?
Bastard.
No, I would never forget your name.
Yes.
I'm Matt Asner, and this is NAVAH. Askowitz Asner.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us on another quarantine week. That's each week seems like a month, doesn't it?
How was your week, NAVAH?
My week was amazing, actually.
Really?
It was.
Because it was with me.
No, not at all. It was because the sun was out, and it wasn't just sunny. And even though our air conditioning broke, it was sunny enough that our freezing cold pool was heavenly. And so I've been swimming every day. I threw my surfboard in the pool, and I've been doing sprints with my surfboard. And I have to remind myself what Chris has said, which is just a little sun and exercise. And mentally, I feel like a new woman. I'm so uplifted by.
Oh, all right. Very good.
I am. And I've been trying to get this guy to join me, but
I will.
does
when
not
it gets
like
a little warmer out,
the water.
The pool's a little warmer. Yeah.
You don't like the water? You don't like
No,
the
I like
sun?
the water. I like the water.
We have so much in common, wouldn't you say?
We do. It's amazing.
Okay.
But so we've been watching, of course, our nightly entertainment.
Yes.
You know, when we're not entertaining each other, we watch our nightly.
It's a G-rated show, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So we've been watching. What have we been watching on quarantine TV?
Well, all of our series we've finished. I mean, we've
actually hit the end of Netflix.
Yeah,
it's done. Right?
What was it that we watched the other night that was so good? We watched something last night.
It was the Chris Evans thing.
Oh, right? That was very good.
That was good.
Yeah, defending Jacob.
Jacob. Yeah.
Yes, that's on Apple.
Not bad.
It's on Apple.
Apple
TV. Apple TV has a lot of great stuff, and you can do a free trial for. You said it was like a long.
Actually, they'll let you go for a year without paying.
Yeah,
so
that's
not bad.
I think that he's exaggerating a little bit, but
I'm not.
There's a lot of great stuff on there. And out of the blue, we watched an old movie from the '60s, because I love serial killer psychology, even though it freaks Matt out. But
it scares the hell out of me.
I will know how to get rid of you if you don't watch yourself. But we watched the old '60s Boston Strangler with
Henry Fonda.
No, but who was the main dude?
Oh, Tony Curtis.
Tony Curtis, and it was incredible and very racy and current. And I couldn't believe that movie was made in the '60s.
Pretty cool.
It was amazing, really, really good, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yes, that's one of our. When NAVAH gets her way, we usually watch some kind of serial killer thing.
Literally, he picks every movie every night. So
really,
yes, second lie of the night.
And that's true. My movies are more esoteric,
except for the Ozark, which I refuse to watch.
Yeah, she doesn't want to watch Ozark.
I won't watch it. It's too close to my childhood.
That's my insomnia watch.
Yeah,
I wake up at
that's your private.
And watch that. So a lot of people are been asking what kind of games are you playing? Are you doing puzzles?
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing so I did like a little search, and there's this heads up game that people play. And so I wanted to kind of play it with you and see how it went.
Oh, right.
See what kind of trouble we can get in. Okay.
Okay.
So this is heads up. This is a game that you can get on your iPhone.
App? It's an app.
It's an app.
Okay.
And then you can also, I guess there's a card version of it where they actually have hats.
Oh, okay. We did that at camp.
You put it on the hat.
Yeah.
And I think we did that.
We did that at camp.
So look. So here we go. So. Oh, that's nice. That's your mommy.
I haven't seen my mommy in 7 weeks.
I know.
She's still in a lockdown in a 24-hour facility.
Hi, Juliet. So this is it. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna play. We're gonna play.
I'm ready.
Right, so place on forehead. So I'm gonna place it on my forehead.
Okay.
Right. You see it?
Yep.
Do you guys see it?
3, 2, 1.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead.
I have no idea who that is.
What?
Show the audience. Maybe they know who that is.
Can you guys see?
I have no idea who that is.
Okay, well, we'll skip this one. Hold on.
Who is
he's
that?
a football player.
Oh.
He just got divorced, actually. They're getting divorced.
Oh, really?
So
Is he...
Jay Cutler.
Okay.
So
can I pass?
How do we do that? Oh, pass. Okay, you. Here we go.
You.
You. Hey.
Okay.
Next.
Okay. Put it on your forehead again. Or should I do one?
Okay. Is it gonna...
North Carolina, lighthouses.
North Carolina,
yes.
lighthouses.
There's a TV show that's called this right now, like Teeny Bopper TV show. It's one of my favorite places to vacation with white sand beaches.
I don't know.
Not inner, but
outer.
And then on the blank of
pass.
I get great clues.
Pass. Next.
Okay. It said time's up.
Okay. Next.
I don't know.
What's it doing?
Bam.
You got 0. I got 0 cards.
Let me try.
Place on. All right, here.
What do I do?
To put up your forehead. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's see.
Should I show the audience?
No.
Oh,
okay.
I can't read.
I have no idea who that is. Pass.
Okay.
Pass. Who's Andy Dalton?
I don't know who that is either.
I don't know.
Okay.
You don't know who's Andy Dalton?
I don't know.
So pass. Come on, pass. Here we go. Oh no, it took a picture.
God.
How do you
You're
pass
so
it?
good
See,
at
they've got to like here we go, pass. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh hell. I'm give up.
God, you suck at
this
game.
Weekend? Oh my God. Oh, there we go. Dua Lipa. Did you know Dua Lipa?
No, but this game sucks.
All right. So anyway, obviously it's going to have to be one, the game that doesn't, cater to 25-year-olds.
Yeah, I think I was going to say that's for like the millennial set.
It's for So I think Dua Lipa is probably.
Well, we have a watcher from England. That's cool.
What does it say?
Hello.
I'm here. Hello from England.
From
hey, Jonathan.
England.
So, all right. So we have a great show today.
Excited.
On the show today is Frank Campana, who a lot of you might know as Autism Daddy.
Yeah.
And he's also he also works on Sesame Street, which I think is one of the coolest things ever.
Right.
Because Sesame Street is like the thing that everyone grew up with, right? I mean, I grew up with Sesame Street.
Everyone's childhood.
So did you.
I love everything about Sesame Street and how they would do things that were so just like pushing the edge. There was a mom nursing her baby once on Sesame Street. It was multi-ethnic, cultural, everything. It was just really amazing and something for everyone.
So I want to say to our people at home, if you have a question for Frank, all you need to do is you need to just go to the comment section of either YouTube or Facebook and just write a comment, write a question. And we will get it up and show it on screen and ask the question to Frank.
I met Frank at the Autism Society.
We both did, yeah.
Yearly conference.
That's right.
And they had all these different speakers, and they were in these different rooms and everything. And Frank's the one that I really wanted to see. And he had like 80% were moms who had the hots for him. And his show was, his talk was packed and everyone was laughing. It was just so much fun.
I saw the tail end of it. I didn't see
it really was great. He really is an incredible speaker and inspirational guy.
And so we're going to bring him in now and we're going to see how Frank's doing and all that stuff. So Frank, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going pretty well. We're in pandemic central. So,
I know I have my pandemic beard. I'm in New York. I have my quarantine beard. It's been going on for about 8 or 9 weeks.
I have my quarantine beard, but yours is a lot fuller than mine. I must say.
I don't know, but it's very gray though. It's coming in grayer than I expected.
So
mine's like white.
Matt looks like
I look like the son of Santa Claus, which is what I am. So there we go. So how is life in quarantine for you, Frank?
It's got its ebbs and flows. This is week 8 for me and for my son, and he's actually home with me right now, so I'm on my phone, sort of putting videos on for him and making popcorn as we speak.
So you're traveling around the room and
yeah, exactly.
As long as he has enough popcorn. As long as you have the popcorn flowing.
Exactly. Popcorn has always been his thing. But this was a rough day because we just found out today that New York City schools and New York State schools are closed through the end of the year, which we all expected, but just getting the official news really hit hard. And then they're also starting to talk about, my son has extended school year, so he goes to school over the summer, 6 weeks, and now they're even saying that's in jeopardy. That might be a virtual school, and that just hits hard to think that we might not be back until September.
Now
we just got that notice yesterday that
too.
ESY is officially on.
Oh, is it official? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, wow.
And they only have a limited space, so not everyone can even go to ESY, even if they want to, because they only have a limited space for placement.
Yeah. So that's going to be rough for parents and kids.
Yeah. So you're in New York, right?
Yeah, I'm New York. I live in Westchester, right outside the city, but my job is in the city. So up until middle of March was driving in. I'm one of those crazy people that drives into Manhattan every day. So luckily, I wasn't a subway guy, but it was we were in the middle of the epicenter. We were shooting the Sesame Street right until the very end. We were in the studio in Queens, and we were about to shoot our last week of the 51st season of the show, and had to call it quits, and we've been home ever since. So I think March 16th was our first day working from home.
So you guys are not in production now.
Right. We were in production up until the last week, and then we had to sort of hold off on the last week of the season. But they're starting to produce content from the puppeteers' houses. So there was actually a special on HBO and on all the Warner channels.
Oh, we saw the CNN special.
Yeah, the CNN special was another one, but the one that I thought was amazing, because I've been there for so long, and I know in the past how long it takes to produce something. And usually, you write a script, and then it goes through research, and then it goes into the studio, and it goes into production, and it goes into editing. And it could take 6 months to a year. But at the beginning of the crisis, somebody wrote a script about Elmo's play date and did the whole Zoom idea, and they shipped the puppets to the puppeteers' homes, and they all shot it on their iPhones, and it got basically shot, produced, and edited in like 3 weeks. And knowing the way Sesame works, that's just amazing. And I had really nothing to do with it, but I just sat home and watched it with my son, and was just like, wow. And it's pretty darn seamless. It almost seems like they're all in the studio. It's really cool.
That's actually been one of the, I think, silver linings of this whole thing. I really honestly believe that is seeing how entertainment has dealt with this kind of a component of our society, and it's amazing to me to see how everyone's dealing with it, and certainly Sesame Street is no different. And I think Sesame Street is something that we all kind of need right now. We need that we need to feel safe and at home, and I think Sesame Street always makes you feel that way.
Yeah, and that's it's been on. I've been working there 25 years. The show's been on for 50 years, and it's one of those things that's always there, and it's hopefully always going to be there. And we've tackled a lot of different issues among the years, and now this is another one that we'll throw in the mix. Well,
and so not only do you work for Sesame Street, but you're also, of course, Autism Daddy.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about Autism Daddy and how has that been for you? How's your son doing with the quarantine and with all that's going on?
He's doing okay. He's 7. He'll be 17. His birthday is this month, actually. His birthday is the middle of May, and he's been home 7 weeks now. And I've been working from home, and basically his mom has been handling a lot of the schooling, so she's taken on the brunt of that. So she has him pretty much all school day, quote unquote, and then I have him at night, and he comes and crashes with me and has dinner and watches videos. Right now he's watching what's that guy's name? Pharrell, the Happy video, all his favorite videos, and he's doing okay, but his sleep schedule is crazily off. I mean, he's up all throughout the night, and it's hard to get him moving. He needs he needs exercise. He's getting to be a big guy. He's gonna outweigh me soon, which is which is kind of scary. But as far as how he's handling it, I mean, I think he's handling it in stride. He kind of handles it better than than we expect. But then you don't know what kind of regression is going to happen on the other end when he gets back into school, whenever that may be.
No, it's actually.
I think whenever they go out of their structure of their regular schedule, I mean, I was telling Matt, whenever the kids go back to school after summer, there's always behaviors that increase, and there's always this time of transition, and this is times 100 that they're going to have to go and readjust to having a schedule and structure again. It's going to be very difficult for the parents and for the teachers. I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
Well,
and I just realized I was saying to somebody the other day that we've never had a full summer off from school. He's always gone to, to extended school year. And I just realized this is week 8. So this is what it feels like to have a complete summer off with your kid. And oh my God, I don't know how the typical parents do it.
And summer hasn't even started yet, Frank.
I know, but just 8 weeks, 8 weeks solo. It's like, woof.
Yeah. No, I know. And I'll tell you, we said this before. I mean, it's certainly, we just are in awe of teachers right now. It's amazing how important they are in our lives and how much we miss them. It's incredible. I can't say enough.
Yeah.
The teachers' gifts are going to be much bigger this year.
Oh, I know. So, how are you doing, Frank?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. What's that?
Yeah.
I said, that's what I want to hear. I was telling the story about how your talk in Milwaukee was like the talk to be at, and everything was packed, and we got to get you back on that circuit because you're amazing at that, and you're so
thank you.
great. And now you have a lot
Yeah.
to talk about.
Yeah, I haven't I haven't been writing much as I used to. Like, I think that for 6 or 7 years I had that blog and that outlet, and I go through phases where I need it to vent and to let things out, and there's other points where I put it aside and let it go. But I love the public speaking part of it, so I'm always loving to go jump on a plane and go to a conference and meet people, because for so many years I was anonymous on the blog. I wrote it without anybody knowing, who I was. And I'll never forget the first time I spoke at a conference. This dad came up to me, and it was the first, I get emails all the time, and, I hate to say it, but like, you get emails, you get immune to it a bit, but having a face-to-face dad come up to me, at one of my first speaking gigs ever, and say that he's been reading my blog for years, and like start rattling off things that I haven't, written about in years. And then he showed me his phone, and he had my page bookmarked on his phone that he reads it every day. And I'm like, like, it really hit home. So it's like the public speaking thing, going out, at these conferences really connects the two. And I kind of miss that. And I had a couple lined up for this year in Louisiana, and I think they're both getting canceled because of everything. So I'm like, I want to get back on the road.
Absolutely. I think there's such a need and such a imbalance with the support and the community and the groups that moms have, and there's so few dads like yourself that dads, especially like a dad who just had his child diagnosed, and they're just feeling they're in that bubble of just despair almost. And that's the time when I think somebody like yourself, and I know with Matt and his dad's groups, those are the guys that we really have to get behind and really support them, because we owe it. Somebody did that for me when my kids were first diagnosed, and I feel like that's the least we can do is inspire other people who are really going through that hard time.
Yeah, it's true. And dads, I think that's kind of why, I was so popular at one point, because there wasn't a lot of dads writing about, their experiences and about what's going on in their brains. And so I would just write the most mundane stuff and people would flock to it because it was coming from a dad's point of view.
Well, I think dads are interesting because they just tend to really kind of shy away from speaking about autism at all, and I think, but once you get them engaged, I think they become incredibly passionate like anyone else, and
right.
But it's something that's slow in coming.
Right. And it's all about finding the right setting too. Like we had a dad support group, where I live, and we first had it, we rented a room at a, ARC, and it was a very formal support group, and everybody went around the room, and it didn't have the right feel to it. And then somebody was just like, "Why don't we meet at a bar and go out to dinner?" And we started doing that once a month. Well, and so, a lot more people showed up, and sometimes those are 3-hour dinners. Sometimes we talk about a lot of heavy stuff. Other times it's just, bullshitting, if I'm allowed to say that on the air. And it's great, and it's basically, and everybody's supporting each other, and then you become friends offline. And actually, we've had a couple of Zoom chats because we have them maybe once a month or once every 6 weeks, and we haven't been able to have them. So twice now since the quarantine has been on, we've had like a virtual get together, and it's been about 8 or 9 of us, and it's been great, and I think that was a big part of it, was sort of getting it away from the formal support group and just making it like, hey, special dad's going out to dinner, special dad's going out at the bar, and
Well, and we're gonna have a game night, I think, coming up soon. I hope you can join us. Actually,
sure. That'd be fun.
I think it's gonna be next weekend. I think next weekend, maybe the night before Mother's Day, so the dads can have a day too. So we'll do, like, I think we're gonna do a trivia game. So I'll let you know when it is, and I'll let everyone out there know when it is, for sure. So cool. So, well, cool. Well,
Shelby says it's on May 8th.
May 8th, actually. It's on May 8th.
And I think it's at 7 o'clock our time, so it'd be 10 o'clock Frank's time.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I think it's
7 o'clock our time,
Yeah, that makes sense. I got to ask, though, how your setup works. So you got multiple cameras in there. Like, as a producer, I'm so fascinated by what you've got going on there. So you've got a switcher, somebody switching cameras. Are you in your home? How are you guys pulling this off?
We're actually in our should we let the secret out?
Oh, geez, what?
We're in our basement right now.
We're in our bathroom.
No, it's a secret. We're coming to you from a secret location.
Yes.
Okay.
And but we do have multiple cameras. Yes, that's true. That's true, Frank. Very astute.
Somebody's over there switching and cutting it live. This is very nice. I like this.
Someone is helping us with the camera. Yes.
Very cool.
So, yes, thank you for noticing that.
As long as you're being safe, as long as that person is 6 feet away, then it's okay.
Absolutely. I think they're 12 feet away. 10 feet away. We just measured.
See, that's the producer in me. I'm like, how are they doing this? The green screen looks pretty good. They got pretty good lighting.
There's actually 3 people in this room right now.
Okay.
That's it. It's just us and one other person.
Very cool.
That's it. Mm-hmm. Well, Frank, I want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's been real, and I haven't seen you since that conference, so it's great to see you.
I know, and then we went to the Milwaukee Brewers game, so I got to check that off my list of baseball stadiums. Right?
Me too. Yeah. No. Okay, let's talk about that for a second, since we're dads, then we like baseball.
Right.
So I read the other day that I think baseball they're thinking of actually having it with no audience, with no one in the stands.
Yeah.
And going to have a shortened schedule. But they're going to play the season. I think that's fascinating.
But won't the guys themselves be in amongst the crowd?
Well, that's the thing. What are they going to do? Are they going to play with masks on? What are they going to do?
Well, originally they were talking about having the whole season in like Arizona and having all the players like almost like quarantined between hotels and spring training facilities, right? But the players didn't want to go for that because they wouldn't see their families for 5 months. So now the plan that I read was they're going to, and I find this all fascinating, so I'm geeking out here. So basically the plan is that there's going to be like 3 10-team divisions. They're going to realign the whole thing for this 1 year. And there's going to be like an Eastern division with all teams on the East Coast. So there's a lot less travel. and they're all going to play in their home ballparks with no fans. So
That is
I guess
amazing.
you would take a bus from New York to Boston, and if
It's
the
going to be like
testing
the
gets
old days.
yeah. So I mean, it's much I miss it. I'm wearing my Yankee shirt on purpose. I'm like I need sports. I need content to watch. I'm tired of binge watching things. I want to watch something live.
No,
So
I
can't
agree.
wait.
I got to tell you, I'm like during the regular season, I'm not a huge fan of baseball, but I get into it a little bit. But when you get to the playoffs, that's when I really get into it. But I do miss baseball. I will miss baseball if they don't have it.
It's like Sesame Street. It's always there. You get any night you want to turn on a game, you just flip it on. It's there. So that's what I miss about it.
And that's the thing about baseball. It feels good. You're watching it. It feels like home. I mean, it has to do with your childhood and how you grew up. And it's just it makes you feel better to see that there's baseball on the tube or being played. So yeah, I agree with you. I think they should play, and I think an abbreviated schedule is a great thing. And I think it's amazing to see all this stuff happening in different ways. So for them to be able to play at a baseball in a stadium that doesn't have anyone in it, I think is amazing. I really think it's going to be an amazing thing. So, cool. Well,
God willing, we're all going to be back soon, not too soon when it's right. But we really, really want to get you out here, Frank, and get you to do one of those talks at the center. I'm very, that's my goal. That's my goal is to get you out here and we'll get you on a surfboard. I know my brother is, so we'll got to get you surfing.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
I know that day will come.
I want you to bring Julia, and we'll get her on a surfboard too.
Julia.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
I will
Frank.
bring her.
Say
All
hi
right,
to
thank you so much.
and keep the popcorn flowing. I like the beard. We love you.
Thank you.
Keep your
Thank you
chin
so
up.
much.
You definitely win the beard contest, okay?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Now, wait, it looks like I'm going to keep it for the entire quarantine. So this might be like down to here by the end of this, but we'll see.
You'll look like a Hasid.
Have you seen my dad? His beard literally.
Yes, I saw him.
His beard is
Very
really
cool.
Chabad.
Very cool.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
He looks like Santa.
Or a Chabadnik.
Or a Chabadnik. Yeah.
He's Jewish. Why do you keep saying Santa?
Because he's played Santa like 20,000 times.
Or he could be a Chabad.
All right, Frank.
This is a good show. I'm just going to stay here and watch this.
We'll see you soon.
Love you, Frank.
Love you too, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
That was Frank Campana. He's
Love
the man.
Frank. He's so awesome.
Autism daddy. So every time, most weeks we do this show, we check in with a friend of ours who we're going to check in with again today. And it's, we're kind of living in a Groundhog Day situation, and we want to make sure that
check in
we check in
the trenches.
Talk to our good friend Gary Belladou about the status of things. So we're going to bring Gary in, and we're going to talk about Gary.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
It's good.
It's going well. You got the mask on. Good for you.
Yeah, we're still doing it.
So we have a medical. Maddie and I have been obsessing over this article that we read about, because Matt is constantly complaining how tired he is all the time, and that he feels like, why am I so tired? I'm not doing anything physical. Why am I so tired? So we read this article about allostatic load and why when the brain is kind of in constant battle mode, your body is just taking this beating from the constant, worry and stress and uncertainty. And I know that I was telling Matt that I have this like constant brain fog, and what can you say about this? This is like the chronic stress on the body and the brain.
Well, it's almost becoming like a chronic fatigue syndrome.
Yes, exactly.
So you think about when you're not moving. I mean, do you get more pain when you're just sitting on the couch for long periods of time? How hard is it to get up after you've sat for days on end?
100%.
Well, and the brain's going to be the same way. So if we're not using it every day, you're using up your vitamin stores by just sitting. you're going to have that fog. Things are going to be more tired. Our diets are different. I mean, just overall, that's an absolutely true statement.
And I think
and I think that's why this week I felt so much better than last week, because I'm in the water, I'm swimming all day, I'm in the sun, and I try to drag Maddie out there, Gary, but he just will not do it.
Well, I just want the water to be a little warmer.
It's so refreshing, and it's actually really good to get into a cold. Have you heard of these cold plunges that athletes are doing around the world?
I have.
I know you're not an athlete, but it's an incredible stimulating thing to get in that cold water.
Well, they're using that here at our fitness center. They have the cryotherapy, so they have a cryotherapy. Yep, basically a cryo chamber is doing that same thing.
Thank you, Gary.
So Gary, let me ask the question of the day. How are things going in Washington State?
Well, I thought it was going really good, but then we looked at the yesterday and the day before, and they actually had 2 spikes of new confirmed cases, and probably just because they're testing more, but they had 2 spikes in the last 3 days. So 2 of those days went up almost to the high that we were at when we hit what we thought was going to be the peak. So if you look at the state by state level, there's been a couple of states. I know Louisiana is about one of the only ones that was actually continuing to decline, and most of the other ones are the last few days having these spikes. And I do worry. I mean, you saw it in California there, especially on the beaches. You have this big grouping come in. Are we going to start that back over with little groups here and there, and you're going to have these people get tested, and then it's going to be high again?
Well, and let's talk.
We got the antibody test. So
yeah, and in Los Angeles now, I think they're saying that anyone who wants can go into, I guess, wherever they get tested, and anytime get an antibody test. So here's a question. So there's all this talk about, and I know we've talked about this before, but there's all this talk about, well, the virus doesn't live in the heat. So it's been hot here. It's been like 90 degrees, 87 degrees, perfect NAVAH weather. Is that can people consider themselves safe because it's warm out? I don't think that's true.
No, there hasn't been enough of that yet. And like we talked about last time, I think they were trying to do that UV study, but you were going to have to get so much that it wasn't even possible. But with the heat, they're showing that it's still in the heat is living. And there's been some, I think I sent it to you, the one on the 6 week still available in the body 6 weeks later. I don't know. I think that they're going to find this is so unknown. There's going to be so many variables to it. We just have to be very, very careful how we step. And I think that's the big thing here. And
that's the thing. It is unknown.
Novel.
It's novel. We're in an area that we just haven't not been in before, and it's strange and alien country for us. And I think we just have to take one step at a time, one day at a time, as they say.
Right.
Well.
How has it been there? I mean, what have you been seeing? I mean, our son went back down there, so he's back down in LA.
Oh wow!
Oh really?
He said he was at Walmart today, and the lines were crazy busy compared to here.
Well, I mean, we don't go out that much. I mean, we really don't. I mean, we've been kind of staying close to home, and luckily there's a grocery delivery that's working now, and
thank God.
So we really don't go out that much, but I do see a difference this week rather than like a week or two ago. I see a lot more people on the road.
Yeah, there's a lot
more people walking on the road. I don't know where they're going, but
we haven't. I mean, I haven't been to the beach in 2 months,
but we have friends that go to that are driving by the beach, and there's a ton of people at the beach. So I think it's going to be interesting to see when things warm up, as they continue to warm up. I think people are going to have a very difficult time, tying themselves to the house.
Right.
So, I just hope.
Well, especially when the school year actually ends and there's no more tied to the online learning, it's the pull to the beach is so strong that I think we're going to have, another wave, so to speak.
We will see.
Yes,
we will see.
No one knows.
I think that's going to be the thing that's going to be interesting, is just seeing when there's a bigger release. Okay, what happened when all those people went to the beach? Is that going to be the start of something new. The protests that are going on with the big groups, is that going to be the start of something new? We won't know for a couple of weeks here whether that did do a spike or not. And that's the part I worry about is, we're not any better. They're talking about the virus and the vaccine and him trying to push that early. I hate to see that be rushed. I'd rather see a good treatment out there before I see a vaccine just rushed into production.
Yeah, that's safe. That's always safe.
Yeah. Well, and I guess there's a new drug that they're testing that's a good treatment drug.
Correct. They're
that
hoping. I mean, that's their big one where they've got their fingers crossed. I mean, this is one that they started with, tested it a little bit, didn't have great success, but now seem to. So I'm not sure. We'll find out.
we have a good friend who just came off a ventilator.
10 days on a ventilator.
He was on a ventilator for 10 days, and he's very lucky to be alive. And we're not gonna say who it is.
But he said he's still shedding the virus.
He's still shedding the virus. He's
a medical doctor as well.
He's still in isolation, and he's a pediatrician. And it was, what he described was just
unbelievable,
nightmarish.
And being so drugged out that you don't know whether you're in reality or hallucinating, or just he felt like he was on another plane the entire time and all by yourself. That to me would be the scariest part of
not having anyone
yourself.
there to help you through this.
Yeah.
Well, we're seeing the organ damage on some of these now. I think longer term, from the clot production, you're seeing what they're calling the COVID toes, where you're having blood clots in the lower extremities. Yeah. You're seeing some people with really bad lung damage that are the younger ones, where they're saying they look like they were a smoker for the last 50 years. It's caused quite a bit of damage. So, I mean, it's going to be the long term what we're going to see happen with this, and maybe that will at least wake a few people up and say, hey, let's just progress slowly. Don't run this down. So,
well, everyone needs to listen to the science. I really feel that.
We're keeping our fingers crossed.
Yes. Well, stay safe out there, Gary, and keep doing the good work that you're doing. You guys don't get thanked enough, so thank you for everything you do. Thank you for being our friend and for being so supportive and
taking care of us.
And next week, I know we said we'd do it this week, but next week, if you're on, the next time you're on, we're going to show some of the paintings that you did for the gala that you did, because they're wonderful. And so we're gonna show that next time you're on. But
excellent,
Gary, stay safe.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you, Gary.
All right. Love you too.
Gary Billadou. So, Gary's out there on the front lines, testing people, making sure they're okay.
He can answer our questions, and it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. I text Gary, sometimes in the middle of the night because I'm having an anxiety attack or there's something that I'm dwelling on, and he knows the answers. He has the medical answers.
He does.
I'm forever grateful.
He does. So this week, coming up at the center, what can people expect?
I forget what day of the week it is.
It's Friday.
Today's Friday. Shabbat Shalom, Maddie.
Shabbat Shalom.
And so tomorrow, Aviva's doing we're having Aviva with her arts and crafts at noon.
Arts and crafts at noon.
Shauna yoga at 12 o'clock on Sundays.
On Sunday, we had Chelsea
and then,
movie club.
Grandpa Ed is doing his next book reading.
Oh, yes. Next book reading will be Sunday at, what did we say? 5 o'clock.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. Pacific time. And he's going to be reading a very good book.
Right. And Chelsea.
Hop on Pop.
I don't want to forget Chelsea's movie chat.
Chelsea's movie chat.
So much fun. Saturday night. It's really like a Saturday night. It's a social.
Like a cool thing.
You can have a drink, maybe not
but they did Raiders of the Lost Ark last week.
Yes.
And this week they're doing Parent Trap. And they're going to contrast both Parent Traps and talk about the differences
which
between
one did
them.
you like better?
Oh gosh, I only saw one. I didn't see
really?
I didn't see the one with Lindsay Lohan.
I really liked that. It was the woman that
I saw like scenes.
Do you know the woman that conked her head and she passed?
Oh really?
She was really good in
Liam
that.
Neeson's wife?
Well, yeah.
Oh wow.
She plays the mom in that.
I saw the one with the
original
Haley Mills.
Haley
Mills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the newer one.
Really?
Yeah. Dennis Quaid was so cute in this.
So the trick is watch the movie and watch both movies and then get online and talk about it.
Yeah.
It's a discussion.
And it's really just a fun social
Cinema.
hangout with your friends.
Cinema discussion. And then Monday we have Music with Judy.
Mm-hmm. And then Tuesday, we're going to have our mental health and wellness check-in. This week, we're going to have talk about wellness. We're going to bring Gary back on for kind of the scientific. He's going to be the scientific wing of how to help people who are having increased anxiety and maybe panic attacks.
That's on Wednesday?
That's going to be Tuesday.
Tuesday, I'm sorry.
At 3:00. And then we're going to have a friend of mine who's an amazing lady who has created a product specifically for anxiety that's created with CBD. So we're going to have the natural remedies and the scientific remedies so they can kind of fight it out.
On Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then another drawing class with Aviva on Wednesday. And then on Thursday.
Adventure time this
Adventure
week.
time. Adventure time. Adventure time character drawing with Aviva. And then on Thursday, we have our fitness with Liz, which is a live Zoom class. So listen, I just want to say that it's been an incredible pleasure for us to be able to come at you and talk to you and be here for you and talk to you through Facebook and YouTube. And we want to keep hearing from you. We're really happy to be doing this show. We're really happy to be, making people feel better and trying to make people feel better, giving them information,
answering questions.
And we just want to say it's an honor to be watched by you. And we're trying to do the best we can. If you guys have suggestions on maybe stuff you want to hear or stuff that you want us to talk about, let us know. Write us, comment here. You can always call if you need. We have telehealth counseling,
right?
And if you need telehealth counseling, please call Chrissa
at 818-855-2199 or Chrissa at asnerfamilycenter.org. And I think the most important thing is that we're still a community. We're still here for each other. We're still in this together. And, the most important thing is that we are supporting each other and not feeling like we're all alone. So please reach out to us and let us know you're okay. We're all here for you.
Until next week, we will see you again.
Center at home.
Center at home.
Have a great week.